Welcome students. In the last class we had discussed G, that is acceleration due to gravity. Now today we will be talking about factors affecting the value of G. Means the value of G. Today we will learn that answer. In this class we will be learning the answer now itself. So be along with me with your writing material. The first factor that affects the value of G is change along the surface of the earth. As we all know that the earth is not perfectly spherical, no? Now just to pay attention, the earth is not exactly spherical. It is bulging at the equator. Geography has taught you what is an equator and poles. So this equator, I'll write E, and here poles. The earth bulges at the equator because of the rotation. It bulges at the equator and it is somewhat flat at the pole. You can see, somewhat flat at the poles. So if you consider the radius of the earth, let us take it from the center. From the center, if you see the radius for equator, it is longer or higher than the radius at the pole. You can make out. This radius looks bigger than this radius. So the radius is highest at the equator and it is shortest at the poles. Radius. Why am I talking about radius? Because in the formula of G you have radius. What was the formula? Small g is equal to Gm upon r square. Gm upon r square. So r. Now this value of r, the value of r is more at the equator and it is less in the poles. Because of the rotation of the earth, the value of G differs because the radius itself differs. The radius at the equator is bigger, whereas the radius at the poles is smaller. Now bring your maths here. Suppose you are dividing something by a bigger number. Then what will be the value that you get? The final value. For example, suppose I have 9 upon 3 and I have 9 upon 2. Which answer will be bigger? Or easier number I will take, 9 upon 1. Okay. Here the radius is more, so bigger number. At the equator we will take this number 3. At the poles we will take the number 1 because the radius is less in the poles. So if I divide 9 by 3, you get 3. If I divide 9 by 1, you get 9. So as the radius increases, the value of G, what has become? As the radius increases, the value of G became less. Understood? Okay. So this with an example I showed you. What is happening? The radius of the earth is highest at the equator and it is least at the poles. So the value of G will become least or decreases at the equator and the value of G becomes the highest at the poles. The value of G is least at the equator and it is highest at the poles. Now you have to write down that value. What is the value of G at the equator and what is the value of G at the poles? At the equator the value of G will be 9.78. The poles, and at the poles the value of G is 9.832. 9.832, or if you just write 9.8, then also you will get marks. Okay. So at the equator it is 9.78 and at the poles it is 9.832. How will you remember? I will give you a clue how to remember that. Equator, E comes first, A, B, C, D, E comes first. So that will be smaller number, 9.78. E comes before P. So E will get a smaller number, 9.78. And P will get a higher number, 9.832. Like that you remember in height. How does the change in height affect the value of G? We will understand only if you know the formula of G. The formula of G is Gm upon R square. Gm upon R square. Now again we will consider the earth. Okay. Consider the earth spherical, bulges at the equator and it is flatter at the poles. To explain this, I have drawn it somewhat in shape of a circular to make you understand better. Now it depends upon height. So as the height increases, height always we look in the upward direction, From the base we measure the height in the upward direction. So if you are on the surface of the earth, somewhere here, you will consider only the height is 0. That means you are on the surface of the earth. So that is nothing but the radius of the earth. And what is the value of radius of the earth? The radius of the earth is 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meters. Now if I want to convert this into kilometer, what will I do? 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 means I can write it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to convert it into kilometer. Meter to kilometer means I will divide that by 1000. So if I divide this by 1000, what am I getting? 3 zeros cut. So I will get 6.4 into 1000. If I multiply, you will get the answer as 6400. So in your textbook, you will see the value of radius as 6400 kilometer. That time you don't tell me, she told 6.4 into 10 raised to 6 meter and now it is given it as 6400. What we had done was in meters. Now I showed you how to convert it into kilometers. Okay, clear? So in kilometer it is 6400 kilometer. Now coming back. When you are on the surface of the earth, height is 0. Now as the height increases, so from the center to surface of the earth, what will be R? R is 6400 kilometer. Suppose let us take an example of an aeroplane which is flying at a height of 10 kilometer from the surface of the earth. So from the surface of the earth 10 kilometer, an aeroplane which is flying at a height of 10 kilometer. So from the surface of the earth 10 kilometer. So what will be the total height now? Or just the radius will be 6400. From the center the height will be 6400 plus 10, that is R is equal to 6410 kilometer. I am talking about an aeroplane which is flying at a height of 10 kilometer from the surface of the earth. What is the total radius? 6410 kilometer. Just 10 kilometer difference. No? So 10 kilometer difference will not cause much difference in the value of G, because it is 6400 kilometer. To that, if you add 10 kilometer only, it will not cause much difference in the value of G. But if you are talking about any satellite, okay, any satellite, it can be weather satellite or communication satellite, any satellite which is above the surface of the earth, then the value of G will be affected. For smaller height, the value of G will not be affected much, that we can neglect. But for higher values of height, the value of G changes. For different places, then we will write about the height of that place, height, and last, what will be the value of G at that place. Okay, start with first example. First example, we will consider the surface of earth. Surface of earth. If you are on the surface of earth, that means height has not increased, no? You are on the surface of the earth. You were on earth only. The height has not increased. So height is 0 and this we will write in kilometer. All the heights we will write in kilometer. The unit of G, acceleration due to gravity, is meter per second. You are on the surface of the earth, the height is 0 kilometer. You are on the surface of the earth, height is not increasing. At that time, we all know we will consider it as 9.8. Now, second example. Second example is interesting. Mount Everest. Okay, when you are on Mount Everest, there the height 8.8 kilometer. Okay, 8.8 number is easy to remember. 8.8 kilometer. That time also there is not much difference. It will be 9.8 only. Maximum height reached by a man-made balloon. Maximum height reached by a man-made balloon. Okay, that also is easy to remember. 36.6 kilometer. Like 8.8, 36.6 kilometer. So now it is more than 10 kilometer, no? So there will be a slight change in the value of G. It will be 9.7, right? 9.7. Okay. So these three values you copy. Site, weather satellite. The height reached by a weather satellite, write down 400 kilometer. 400 kilometer. Write down the value as 8.7. 8.7 meter per second square. Next, height reached by a communication satellite. Height reached or covered by a communication satellite. Height reached by a communication satellite. Again, the height is 35700 kilometer. 35700 kilometer. Now again, how will you remember this number? All odd numbers. 3, 5, 7. 35700. There the value of G becomes the least. That means 0.225 meter per second square. 0.225 meter per second square. Okay, so I'll give you few seconds to remember these values. By was that table? First we took at the surface of the earth, the height was 0. You got 9.8. Second example, you took Mount Everest, 8.8. Again the value of G did not change, 9.8. Third, you took the maximum height reached by a man-made balloon. For that, 36.6 kilometer. Now the value of G will change little bit. So you wrote it as 9.77. Then the height reached by a weather satellite. For that you wrote the height as 400. That time there was a decrease from 9.77, it came to 8.7. And the last one was the height reached by a communication satellite. How did I ask you to remember? Odd numbers. 35700 kilometer, and the value of G was 0.225 meter per second square. So as the height increases, the value of G decreases. Same way as the radius increases, the value of G decreases. Okay, these 2 points is clear. These two factors clear. Now write down about the third factor affecting the value of G. Write down with the change in depth. Okay. Now the third factor, change in depth. You also have to think in depth to understand this. I'll help you out as much as possible. Now we saw this is the formula which determines, no? Suppose we are going inside, deep inside the earth. Deep inside the earth. We discussed about the height. Now we are discussing about the depth. So if you are going deep inside, how will the value of G be affected? Suppose you are going inside the earth. That time, suppose I am here at this position. So the radius is only till here. So the radius is decreasing. Radius is decreasing. So radius is decreasing, I told you. When the denominator increases, the value of G decreases. When the denominator decreases, the value of G should increase. Okay, that is the common maths, no? Common math arithmetic is that if the denominator increases, then here the value of G will decrease. I am saying that as the radius, suppose as the depth increases, as you go deeper, the value of R will be less. So according to the formula, the value of G should increase. But it is not happening so. The value of G is not increasing. As the depth increases, the value of G here also it decreases. Why? Why is it decreasing? Actually it should increase according to maths. But why is it decreasing? Why is the value of G decreasing? Let us explain. Let us consider an object at this position. This is the object. Now at this position, as the depth is increasing, the earth, the mass of the earth that is contributing towards the gravity, if the object was here, the whole mass of the earth will contribute on that. Whereas when the object is somewhere here, the mass of the earth which is contributing towards gravity will also decrease. This mass is smaller than the outer mass. So as the depth increases, as you go deeper, deeper, deeper and you are reaching the center of the earth, the mass at the center of the earth also will decrease, no? Somewhat it will become zero. So mass is decreasing. So mass is becoming zero. So what will be the value of G? Any number multiplied by 0 will be 0. Object at the center of the earth. At the center of the earth, the mass of the earth will be considered as 0. So if you put the value of m here as 0, what will you get? G. Capital G into 0 upon r square, no? Okay. So anything multiplied by 0 will be 0. So that is the reason why at the center of the earth, the value of G becomes 0. So what are the two factors that is determining the value of G here? It is because of the R, contribution from R, and because of the mass of the earth. These two factors are contributing towards the change in depth. Because of the combined effect of the change in mass and change in radius, you will see this statement in the textbook. As a result of the combined effect of change in mass and change in radius, the value of G decreases. Okay. If you are here, the whole mass of the earth will contribute. But if you are somewhere here, only that much mass of the earth will contribute. So mass kam ho raha hai, so the value of G will also decrease. Okay. So that we will talk about the difference between mass and weight. Okay. It can be asked as a difference between, distinguish between. So we will study like that. If it is asked as short note, that time also you can write it in the form of a note. Now, so let us discuss very easy topic, mass and weight. Mass, in chemistry also you have learnt, mass is the measure or the measure of the amount of matter contained in an object. Okay. So write down the first point, write down mass. The amount of matter contained in an object is called as mass. The amount of matter contained in an object is called as mass. Now weight. Mass is the amount of matter contained in an object. Weight. Weight is defined as the force with which earth attracts an object. Weight is defined as the force with which earth attracts an object. Weight is defined as the force with which earth attracts an object. So weight is nothing but force. Just I am explaining. First point you will write, weight is defined as the force with which earth attracts an object. I am explaining it. This you don't write now. W is equal to force, no? Means weight is equal to force. What is the formula of force? Force is ma. For gravity we will write it as mg. So if you are calculating weight, how will you calculate? You need mass. So your body mass, suppose you are 30 kg, 30 into, if you are on the surface of the earth, you will take G as 9.8. Or for any other planet, the value of G will change. So what can I say? Depending upon the planets, the weight will change, whereas the mass will remain same anywhere you go, because it is just the amount of matter. Mass will remain same everywhere, whereas weight changes from one planet to the other planet. Same way, if you are at the center of the earth, G is 0. So at the center of the earth, your weight will be whatever mass you have into 0. So your weight will be 0. Now we will talk about the units. For mass, it is just the amount of matter. So the unit, SI unit is kilogram. For weight, it is the force. What is the unit of force? The unit of force is Newton. So the unit of weight is also Newton. Once again I repeat, what was the first point? The amount of matter contained in an object is called mass. Weight is defined as the force with which earth attracts an object. Okay, now I am on the surface of the earth. It is because of the force which the earth is exerting on me, and the direction of that force is in vertically downward direction. Okay, so these many points were discussed. Another important point, the mass is same everywhere, Mass is same everywhere, but weight changes. And it depends upon the value of G, As G changes, the weight changes. Now, one more point, most of you might have thought about this point. I told mass is just the amount of matter, means kilogram. So, it is scalar or vector? Mass. Mass will be a scalar quantity. And what about weight? Weight is nothing but force. Force has direction? Yes? Yes. So, weight is a vector quantity. Weight is a vector quantity and mass is a scalar quantity. So, today we discussed about the difference between mass and weight. Very important topic.